The morning's here.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to the Disney Morning Show. I am Kyle, the editorial director for Laughing Place, and joining me for 3 times in a row today.
3 in a row. It's 3-peat.
Is Tony.
Hello, everybody.
Today we are going to be doing our. We'll take a look at the Sorcerer Streak. We'll do this day in Disney history, and I'm going to make Tony participate in football picks. So look forward to that.
Yep.
I'm sure he's just going to use mascot logic, right? Be like, well,
probably,
this team,
yeah. That's Toronto Raptors for the win.
Yeah, there's neither a Canadian team in the NFL nor are the Raptors part of it. But let's say some hellos before we jump into the show.
As usual, Fred said, top of the morning to you both. So it's not quite top of the morning to you, but do as will. He thinks it's also a pretty big day in Disney history, but as he says, we'll get to that a little later. And hello to Nikki B. And Fred is
whenever he says that, I wonder if I missed something big. I probably did. Maybe it's big and friendly because I do have that on the list. Okay. But anyway, let's get started the way we always start. Yesterday when we did the show, it was exactly at 1:11. Let's take a look at where it is now, as I realized I did not set up this screen. So just a second.
Just wave goodbye.
Well, that's a new one. Let me try to pick the. I can't even scroll up to fix it. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna do this.
It makes me want one of those train kind of style flipboards so I could put messages behind me. But
there you go. Okay, cool. So it is at 111.91, which is up almost $1. So nice.
Now we get to related.
Is it Avatar related? No, I think it is due to inflation was lower than. I don't know if lower than expected, but it wasn't terrible. Tony, this morning, Tokyo DisneySea made some announcements, and we can go behind. We can go inside LP and announce that OLC has the most annoying press releases in the world.
I was gonna say Tokyo made some big announcements, but also wouldn't let us do anything with them.
Without like, let's give you the worst photos. And I didn't even know PDFs had an option to lock out the ability to copy and paste. Mm-hmm. But they do. Anyway, Once you waded through that mess, what did we learn about
what we have learned is that, and this is why I made this image this way. Basically, the 25th anniversary celebrates the history of the park, but also goes all in on a new color they're calling Jubilee Blue. Everything is because the whole celebration is the Jubilee essentially, and they're calling it Jubilee Blue. And it will be peppered throughout the park in decorations, on costumes and characters, on merchandise, probably food, which we'll find out more about later. And I don't mean like later today in the show. I mean, they promised more about food at a later date. But the whole thing kicks off on April 15th of 2026 and runs to March 31st of 2027. But as you go through and you look and you find out in our post, a lot of stuff actually starts on April 8th. So I don't know if that's any significance there, or if that might be.
So April 12th is Tokyo Disneyland's birthday.
Okay.
Maybe it's the 15th. Probably just a week before. But yeah, April is Tokyo Disneyland's time. So that's when they.
But yeah, according to it, a lot of the merchandise starts hitting the shelves. Stuff will be incorporated into shows. And one of the big things is this new show. Oh my gosh, I forgot the name of it and I didn't write it down. But it's a whole cultural world party, essentially, and making friends, bring everybody in. But it marks the debut of Mirabelle from Encanto at Tokyo DisneySea. It's the big thing there. Other decoration will be featured throughout the park, and especially if it's a blue character, they're going to add blue lighting. Sparkling Jubilee. There you go. That's what it's called. But that whole event just surrounds the color blue. And as I'm going through all of this, I'm just like, at what point do we celebrate the anniversary of the park? And I understand the color is to celebrate the anniversary, even though it looks a lot like that Disney Cruise Line 25th anniversary color.
It does.
Just saying. But the one thing that really had my attention is this added cost event, the SS Columbia Jubilee Gala. No characters, just a fancy dining experience inside the ocean liner on the American waterfront. I thought that just sounded just really cool and a very, very unique offering. I know people will get mad at me for saying very unique, but I just sounds like nothing I've seen before. So I'm emphasizing it. So, but yeah, cast members are getting in on the fun as they always do, and they will have Jubilee Blue name tags, but also there will be a dedicated cast member in each port or land, whatever you want to call it, at Tokyo DisneySea, with a themed Jubilee Blue flag to that port that I know everybody's going to want to go and like get pictures with. So,
wow, that's a lot. Do you think in this picture he's saying, "Oh, is it dabba dabba da"? Because yes. I was going to say in this photo he's saying, "I have a girlfriend and she is so blue." I would expect that to take place in Paris, though, because
because it's
Eiffel 65.
Yeah, we can't be together much often.
I play this game, as I've sent you sometimes, called Bandle, and there was one the other day. It was a song that came out like a couple of years ago that samples blue, but it's not blue, and so I'm like, well, that's just annoying. Anyway, Tokyo DisneySea celebrating 25 years, which also means that DCA is celebrating 25 years. And how much have you heard about that?
Zero, because it's part of the 70th of Disneyland. My wife and I were going on the Disney Destiny at the end of January, which goes into February, and we thought of the 25th for California Adventure, which is pretty significant to us. That's where I proposed. That's all this stuff. But we're like, can we get there for the 25th? And no, we cannot. Not to do both. But
yeah. Well, Disney Plus has followed the lead of Spotify in a way, except instead of making a curated Wrapped, they just shared some random stats from the year, including It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Malcolm in the Middle, and Sons of Anarchy have joined the billion hours streamed club, along with these other ones that you'd expect, like Bluey, which of course was once again the most viewed program on the platform, probably the most viewed program in all of streaming. Moana 2 was the most streamed movie of the year. But yeah, some other interesting billion stream ones. Like, I don't even know is that supposed to be Modern Family? It just says Family.
I think it's Modern Family. It's just bad design choice there.
Yeah. Okay. Weird. How I Met Your Mother, Golden Girls. Most
I want to know why the Elio thumbnail was in there. What did Elio do?
In here?
No, in the other picture. In the
Oh, it was something that was released on, maybe, I don't know. Okay. Or maybe people watched it. No, because it came out later than that. But the most watched day of the year was May 4th, probably because of all the Star Wars content. Like I said, Bluey is the most watched. Another interesting little tidbit, though, they note that there were 3 million plus virtual rides on an Incredicoaster because they released that POV video along with the other 70th ones. And so just I guess that counts.
I feel partially responsible for It's Always Sunny being in the Billion Hours Club. So.
Yeah, I've never actually watched that show.
Oh,
I haven't even watched the Abbott Elementary one. I meant to do that.
It's Seinfeld cranked up to an R rating. So
okay, interesting. Well, Victoria and Albert's is being celebrated once again, Tony.
Okay. Oh yes, that's me. I'm sorry.
Like I just read it. I saw your name next to this one, I swear.
That is me, because I want to know why car companies justify culinary
cars
places.
And tires. That's who's going to tell you.
AAA and Michelin, and it is the same company. Kyle and I have discussed this at length before. Michelin, who ranks food, is the same people who make car tires or tires in general. Moving on, but AAA has given Victoria and Albert's at the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa at Walt Disney World a timeless diamond. That's because the restaurant has taken home a AAA 5 Diamond Award for 25 years. So this is kind of a timeless diamond, like, because it has been there for so long. But yeah, so Victoria and Albert's continues to upper in the upper echelons of culinary treats here at Walt Disney World, and I still stuck going to Restaurantosaurus. So
yeah, so congratulations to that. I think that this is only 25 years, so it should be like a silver diamond. It's not Agreed. 60 years, which would be a diamond, or originally I think 75 was the diamond, but who knows?
But as Nikki B says, diamonds are forever.
They won't leave in the night.
Disneyland's Diamond Celebration, and I guess I rate all things on how Disneyland That's how I remember the jewels for each one.
Well,
But
that's how it goes.
Disneyland's 60th was the diamond. But yeah.
But we're gonna, like I mentioned, we're gonna get to our football picks later. But Tony's got a sports story before that because ESPN is doing another AltCast.
ESPN's doing an AltCast, which had my attention, and then I got into the subtext of it and thought, oh no, this isn't a cartoon or animated AltCast. It's actually sports.
It can't all be fun.
No, but this is surely fun for somebody. The Monday Night Football program will have an AltCast, and I didn't write the name down. And I cannot say this. I'm sorry.
Say Monday Night Football
Playbook. It's the name of the AltCast. But as you see in the screen grab here, it will display stats and data and all kinds of like probabilities and numbers. And for all those sports fans who really like to get into that aspect of it, this will run alongside actual Monday Night Football on several different ESPN platforms. To find out which ones, take a look at our post.
Yeah, and this could be good if you're into fantasy football, because then you're like, my guy has a 37% chance of being the one who gets the ball here. That's good news for me. Going into Fortnite, something else.
For the record, MNF Playbook debuts on December 22nd with the 49ers versus the Colts.
Yeah, which I think that's also the one you'll be able to watch on ESPN. Disney Plus, the regular broadcast. I don't think the AltCast is coming to that, but you can watch the regular game on Disney Plus. But Avatar hits theaters tonight, along with probably the trailer, as whoever it is keeps mentioning. Yes, there's probably the trailer for Avengers Doomsday. But these characters' skins are back in the Fortnite shop through December 21st. They were previously released in February as part of like a larger pack, but you can pick them up now if you're so inclined. And I know our audience is really into Fortnite and they definitely want to get these Avatar skins.
I don't know if I posted that. Nikki B said diamonds are forever. So
and then I sang the song from,
that's right. Okay.
Yeah. Which, of course, I'll admit I only know from the Kanye sample more than I know from the James Bond movie, but that's not the point.
Remember
the point
that
is
I'm on Vandal.
That TCA has announced its top 10 shows of the year, and 4 of them fall under the Disney banner: Paradise, Andor, Alien Earth, and The Lowdown. And Tony, you won't believe this, but I've at least seen some of all 4 of these.
Okay.
That is to say that Alien Earth I was in the room for. I didn't pay attention to it, but we watched it for TV. Our friends and I, we watch a different show each week. We watch one episode, discuss it afterwards. And Alien Earth we did. The Lowdown, I say, really liked. Recommend that one. Paradise, I thought it was good. I have some questions about the end in season 2. Andor is fantastic. People have been telling me this forever. I finally watched it. Really enjoyed those. So I could see how all 4 of these made the list. Have you seen any of these?
No.
Fair enough.
Alien Earth has my attention. I've checked out of Star Wars, but there's so much hype around Andor that I kind of want to. I might get into it.
It has way more to do with our real world than it does with Star Wars,
which is what I've heard and why it also has my attention. But Nikki B has seen 2 of them. So
which 2, Nikki?
Let us know in those comments.
But sunglasses. I don't have.
Yes,
I don't have a segue.
The sun shines bright on those TV shows, I guess.
I thought about that. Yeah, if you want to protect your eyes from the bright lights of Alien Earth, which I'm sure has some bright lights.
The very stylized Mickey shades that apparently are a huge hit in Tokyo and are making their way overseas here to the domestic Disney parks. At Walt Disney World, 4 different styles have now been spotted, 2 of which are completely brand new. The light pink with the rose gold frames, and then a dark silver reflective surface with a dark metal frame right there. Those retail for $24.99, totaling those 4 different designs. And this might just be the biggest news of the day. Who knows?
But yeah, pretty much. Although these feel redundant to me, because don't a lot of Disney fans already wear rose-colored glasses?
Yes, we do.
Thank you.
Yes, we do. Nikki says Andor and Paradise for what she has seen. Yes,
there you go.
And Fred,
those 2 apocalyptic shows. Sounds fun. So YouTube.
You could also pop those to do some red carpet couture, where those for when you're watching the Oscars on YouTube in 2029. YouTube has won the rights to broadcast the starting with the 101st Academy Awards ceremony will be broadcast on YouTube, making it like a global digital expansion as opposed to network TV in America. The ABC contract will run through up until that point, meaning they will have locked in the milestone 100th anniversary year for the Academy Awards. But YouTube also already has the rights to the Screen Actors Guild Awards, so they're just kind of adding to their like event portfolio. It looks like, but yeah, the
Infinity
Oscars.
Gauntlet.
Say that again.
Infinity Gauntlet.
Okay. Oh, so they're trying to get all the award shows.
Yeah, PGA's the what's the Indie Spirit Awards.
This is also a big deal because ABC has had the Oscars for over 50 years now, which is kind of funny to think about. Because looking back, I don't remember any other I remember a lot of different ceremonies, but they're always on ABC, and I didn't process that until recently.
Yeah.
But yeah, my big question though is if it's on YouTube Live, will I be able to see things in real time? Or will there be that 4-second delay or whatever it is to bleep certain speeches or big slaps?
That's a good point. I hadn't thought about that. Obviously, there's no FCC compelling them to censor it, but I do wonder if they'll want to have a delay just for family friendliness. But I don't know how much.
Will that be an
Maybe
option?
They'll have two. Maybe they'll have a
YouTube?
delay family friendly one, and then they'll have a live and uncensored one, because they can totally do that. There's no reason not to. But anyway, California, they have filming incentives, and a Disney-owned film has claimed one of those tax credits, but we don't really know what it is. So looking on the list, it's called Businesswomen. I've Googled what Businesswomen from 20th
Isn't
Century
that a show
Fox.
with Delta Burke?
Maybe. That's Designing Women.
Okay.
Yeah. 20th Century Studios. I've not found anything. The only thing that I've found is that we do know that there's a sequel to Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion coming up. And in that movie, there's a scene where they talk about how they're businesswomen and just keep saying businesswomen. So I have a new pet theory that this is actually the sequel to that. They're not going to call it Businesswoman. Like, you can't have a sequel to Romeo and Michelle and not have Romeo and Michelle in the title, but maybe it's just a working production title. So yeah, that's my pet theory. That's how we could extend this article
such a generic
to however many words it is.
Well be a decoy title.
What?
That's so generic that it could very well be a decoy title.
Yeah, that was my logic. So again, we don't know for a fact that it's actually the sequel, but either way, a production called Businesswomen from 20th Century Studios is a $9.3 million tax allocation to shoot the majority of the film in Los Angeles, like they used to all the time. Well, last night, our own Riley got a chance to go to the Freya Sky concert at the El Rey in aforementioned Los Angeles. And you might know Freya from Zombies 4. In fact, Riley in this article points out she spotted a couple of Zombies 4 cast members in the audience up on the balcony. She will have videos of stuff coming up later. Unfortunately, she came home from the concert to find she had no power at home. So she was able to get the photos and the article up. There you go. That's Chandler Kinney. But yeah, you can check out that. And then there will be more videos and social posts coming from that concert event. You look like you want to say something, Tony.
No, I was like, oh yeah, Chandler Kinney. I remember her from Dancing with the Stars last season.
Mm-hmm. And then speaking of young actors who are quite popular, the latest episode of wow, just lost the name, Percy Jackson and the Olympians debuted yesterday, and Bill has the latest recap and review of that, so you can check that out after you check out the show, presumably, unless you just want to keep up on the TV show by reading it. That's fine too. And then Mike put together an article wondering, we had a couple of releases, 2 waves of releases of Disney Plus originals on physical media, and we haven't heard anything about those in a while. So he's wondering what the deal is. There's plenty of shows that could use live action releases, like the second season of Andor, among others. So you can check out his thoughts on that. And then finally, Benji put together an article. John Landau, the producer of Avatar, and among other films, when Benji was interviewing Jim Cameron, humble brag, he was asking about John. And so we have those quotes in there. And then also Benji, having read John's autobiography, shares little tidbits, some of like the top stories about some of the projects he's worked on from that. So you can check that out over on Laughing Place.
I shouldn't say this story on the stream, but I will anyway. Who cares? Some friends have watched the interview with James Cameron that Benji did, and their takeaway from it was that Benji could probably really do a good Bobcat Goldthwait impression if he tried. So,
and that is to out the existence of a New World of Color by being mad about James Gunn.
And
sure.
The rest.
That's very like nobody remembers that.
The World of Color that really got, I think, 1 year, by the way. And there's talks that there's a new World of Color for Oogie Boogie Bash coming next year. But I'm like, what if it's the same one and nobody just remembers that first one? So
yeah. This is a scary looking Na'vi, Tony. What is this?
It is, and it's mostly scary because it's a wax figure, and I don't know about you, wax figures are quite terrifying. But yeah, so
this is also like basically where I used. This is exactly where I used to live. So Orange and Hollywood. I used to live between Hollywood and Franklin on Orange. So this was around the corner from.
Well, I got this from your personal drive, so I figured it was one of your photos and okay to use. But no, so Madame Tussauds is celebrating the arrival of Fire and Ash, Avatar, Fire and Ash globally, by debuting new Avatar figures at some of their locations, namely Sydney, Amsterdam, and Hollywood. Although it doesn't say that they're limited to those ones, but so we could probably expect them at others in the future. But there are 2 figures, Jake and Neytiri. Neytiri will appear at the Amsterdam location, and the Jake figure will appear in Hollywood and Sydney in themed environments surrounded to look like Pandora. But yeah.
I have been to the Madame Tussauds in London, and my dad's like, don't touch anything. And then we turn around 2 seconds later, my brother is scratching the chin of Bob. Who was it? It's Burt Reynolds. Okay. I don't know if he's actually scratching the chin, but that's the way I tell the story because my dad was not happy with him. But anyway.
I've only been to the one in Vegas.
Okay. At Venetian.
Yeah. And then I have admission to the one in Orlando on my Legoland pass, but we've never been.
Why would you?
That's okay. And then Nikki B says no. Fred says creepy. She likes the chaps though. And then kind of
chaps.
Say that again.
I said, are we the chaps? Nice chops.
Yes, we're nice chaps. Hi ho. But yeah.
Are you ready for your quiz?
So I said there's none for Orlando. Okay. But to this guy's point, is Adrian Disney. I'm sorry, I don't think I've seen you here before, but welcome. Thanks for joining us. New Avatar land at Disneyland and ride, but it's going to Hollywood. But I wonder if that's maybe why it's not at Orlando yet, because if we have the World of Pandora here, who knows? Pip pip cheerio. That's what I was thinking of when I said hi. But yeah, thanks, Nikki.
Yes. Mr. F. On this day in 1943, a musician was born, but his Disney credits include Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End and Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides.
Say the year again.
1943. A musician, but he's in Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End and Pirates of the Caribbean on
dude from Rolling Stones.
The dude from Rolling Stones. The name, his name is Keith Richards.
Keith Richards. Thank you. I'm like, it's not Mick Jagger.
My name is Kyle Richard. I was almost named Keith Richard because of Keith Richards. On this day in 1946, a very famous director was born. His Disney credits include the BFG. His other credits for Touchstone include Warhorse, Lincoln, and Bridge of Spies.
But he's most known for his Universal projects, I think. That'd be Steven Spielberg.
More specifically, his Amblin.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Steven Spielberg. On this day in 1950, a film critic who I've had the pleasure of meeting and chatting with, and who also loves Disney, was born.
Leonard Maltin?
Leonard Maltin. 1976, a Disney live-action sequel was released.
Escape to Witch Mountain?
No, that's a good guess.
Okay.
It involves an animal. A domesticated animal.
A Shaggy DA?
A Shaggy DA, yes. Good job.
The Shaggy DA, but...
Yeah. This day in 1980, a Disney legend was born. Her Disney credits include the Mickey Mouse Club and singing the credit song for a Disney animated classic.
In 1988?
She was born in 1980.
Oh, 1980. Okay. I was like, I thought I was older than her, or younger than her, I should say. Christina Aguilera.
Yep. And I'm not going to make you guess this one. Well, let's see. This is what I put on there just to read, but I'm curious if you can get it. This day in 1998, something debuted in Frontierland at Disneyland, a restaurant of sorts.
It's not Rancho, is it?
No, it's some. So it's.
Was it the Fry Wagon or whatever?
It is exactly. Yeah, it's the McDonald's Fry Wagon debuted in Frontierland. It's a covered wagon that served McDonald's French fries because McDonald's used to be in the parks, especially with Burger Invasion.
And if you went to the Animal Kingdom for a good chunk of time, anything in Dinoland USA, you were reminded McDonald's paid for Dinoland USA.
Yeah.
Real quick, Nikki B says we should live in Wee Britain, which is a section of Universal Studios Hollywood, but you just got to look out for the pop-ins. So
yeah, you do. Oh, that is not the right one. Hold on a second. Sorcerer's Streak. Yesterday, as we mentioned, yesterday's question was about Steven Spielberg and the ET wait time. I realized that I forgot to put an end time on this, so I guess we're just gonna have to wait the entire day to see if it reaches that wait time. Let's see what it was yesterday, just out of curiosity. So in case you want to do this, what you can do is click this little chart next to it. It'll show you the longest day. You can view yesterday. Yesterday, it only got up to 35 minutes. So if it repeats that, then the answer will be no, but we won't know quite yet. Maybe
see what it is now using our handy dandy chart.
Yeah, 35.
35. I like the red light.
Today's question is, will Avatar Fire and Ash make at least 20 million in Thursday preview screenings, according to the numbers.com? So this is another one we won't have the answer until tomorrow. But to set this line, I couldn't find a breakdown of what people were expecting, but I did look at the Way of Water in 2022. It made 17 million during previews. So I figured, adjusting for inflation, 20 million is a good marker. So place your bets on that. The leaderboard has not changed, since I haven't changed anything from yesterday. So Jeremy Parker still in first, Nikki B in second, Luke in third. So make sure you go to laughingplace.com/streak to play.
Nikki, I'm going to need some explanation about what the Fry Wagon riots are. What happened?
And it's been lost to history.
Friend, real quick, don't forget that Leonard Maltin was also the host of the Walt Disney Treasure Set on DVD. I demand a Blu-ray re-release of those, but it'll never happen. So
he tells you why why you're about to see Donald Duck as a Nazi.
Yep.
That's
one of my favorites.
One of your favorites? Oh,
one of my favorite sets is the On the War lines, or On the Warfront, whatever it's called. Disneyland USA is also a good one. But yeah.
Very nice. I'm just doing a quick refresh before we get started, just to make sure there's nothing huge news on that we were missing, except for Together is going to be streaming on New Year's Eve. Not going to show that poster on here.
Together.
It's the Allison Brie, Dave Franco.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, that I told you Doobie would not like the poster.
So there's a show at Walt Disney Studios Paris, Walt Disney Studios Park Paris, called Together, a Pixar musical adventure. So I was like, what? Where? Because I cannot find a video of it anywhere. That is on a hard lockdown. Even when I was there, somebody had Meta glasses on, and they went up to him and was like, because he had the red light on. But I was like, bro, you could like put a little piece of tape on it, and nobody would know you were taping. But moving on.
All right, Tony. So I'm going to go through the games. You're going to give me your picks. For each. I will share mine. First up, Rams at Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Because you're from Seattle?
I'm not from Seattle, but I have people in Seattle.
I got people there, including Nikki.
I got people in Seattle.
I am going to take the Rams, but I respect the Seahawks. Eagles at Commanders.
Eagles.
Okay. I think I will.
I have friends from Philadelphia.
I agree with you. Packers at Bears.
Bears.
That they are the favorites this time. That's a close game. Bills at Browns.
Bills?
Yes, that is correct answer. Chargers at Cowboys.
I'll do Chargers.
Me too.
Okay.
Chiefs at Titans. I'll give you a hint. The Titans are the worst team in football, except that the Chiefs don't have their starting QB. Like half of the rest of their people are gone, and they have nothing to play for anymore.
I know certain members of the Chiefs through Hallmark movies and no other reason. So I'll go with the Chiefs.
Okay, fair enough. I'm still taking the Chiefs. Come on, Garner. Make that mustache work for us. Jets at Saints.
Saints.
I'm excited to show you a photo of Gardner Minshew now. And also I'm taking the Jets in this one.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't committed to that.
Will you update me on whether or not I did good with this?
Yeah. That's why I'm actually marking down your picks.
Okay.
Vikings at Giants.
Let's do Vikings.
Me too. The Giants, I'd say, are my second favorite team for family reasons, but the Vikings are my third. I like purple. I like their story. So this is a little bit. I can't go wrong here, but I'm going to take Vikings. Bucks at Panthers. That's Buccaneers, by the way.
Yeah, because they're in Tampa. I know of them. Where's Panthers from?
Carolina. Indistinct. It could be South, could be North. We don't know.
Let's do Bucks.
Yeah, I agree. Bengals at Dolphins.
Bengals.
I agree. Jags at Broncos. It's gonna be a good game.
Broncos.
Yes, I'm also taking the Broncos. They're on 11-game winning streak.
Well, everything I know about Broncos is that they may move slowly, but they definitely get away. So,
yeah, you know who I am. Falcons at Cardinals.
What was the first team?
Falcons. This is a bird match.
Oh, okay. Let's do Falcons.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. Steelers at Lions.
Steelers.
Okay. I'm going to take the Lions on that one.
I felt like if I took the Lions, it would make me look like a giant Home Improvement fan, and I'm not. So
I thought this. I almost went. Raiders at Texans.
I'll go Raiders.
Good luck with that.
Okay.
Patriots at Ravens.
I know common sense would dictate Patriots, but I'll say Ravens.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, in most years, you'd be right because the Ravens have traditionally been very good and the Pats in the past couple of years have been very bad, but the Pats are being good now and the Ravens are 500. Anyway, 49ers at Colts. I think you're taking the Niners, right?
I'll take the Niners, yeah.
I'm going to probably take I'm going to take the Colts, but yeah. I know you have ties to San Francisco. This is the way that I made this sheet actually looks very cool. So, but yeah, we'll see how you do. I'll let you know.
Okay.
But we'll let you know hopefully on Tuesday. We haven't done like a recap of our season in a while. I'm still beating Doobie. That's all I know. So I'm going to do one more refresh. Anything?
Am I filling in for him? So do my picks become Doobie's picks or?
I mean, if he forgets to do his, if I had a way to place them for him, I totally would.
Okay.
But yeah, don't see anything new, so that'll do it for today. Any other comments we want to say? Yeah.
Just Fred said, Panthers, Wakanda forever.
Los Angeles Rams is. I thought that was Nikki for a second. I was like, I thought she was turncoat, but no, that's not her. My bad. Nikki's still taking the.
Oh, and Nikki gave me my answer. They were just remembering the hatred of McDonald's in the park.
Oh, okay. I mean, Burger Invasion, SS Rustworthy.
I have video of my little brother when he was 3 on the SS Rustworthy, and I remember for a long time trying to figure out where that was in the park, and because it's long gone. But I always thought that when you went to Epcot, as you got into World Showcase, there is like a kiosk building on the right, and that was where the McDonald's stuff was. And I thought, why would you put it in World Showcase, where the whole point of World Showcase is to try the different food around the world? But
I think my first personal finance lesson was when I was old enough to go to Disneyland by myself or on my own. Either one of those would have worked. Seeing the prices at Burger Invasion, and then being like, no, I'm going to leave the park, walk across the street, and go to the regular McDonald's and get the same meal plus a drink for half the price. So
yeah,
and that's what I would do. Anyway, thank you all for joining us. Be sure to subscribe, ring the bell, like this stream, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.